Hey guys, I did promise you 3 editorials. This is the third one. I slept for like 2 hours this afternoon. Man, I feel good. That is not a roll of toilet paper. I saw it when I was editing my second editorial. That's my coffee mug. So if anybody goes, look at how you got a roll of toilet paper back there. No, that's my coffee mug. Still drinking coffee. I love it. But this is the third editorial. You guys are going to love this one. I saved the best for last. And by the way, Eric Brandt is out of custody now. He raised over $10,000 to get out of custody. Now he's going to need about $10,000 more to fight this thing. I was going to take bets on if he's going to go to Canada or Mexico, but Eric already made a video, The Real Mr. Brandt, and said that he's going to fight this thing all the way through. He said these are bogus charges. He's changed his phone number so you trolls can't spoof it. But he's going to need like $10,000, $12,000 more to get a good attorney to fight this thing. Now, he can't get Johnny Cochran because he's already passed away. So he's going to have to get somebody like Mark Garagos. So keep donating, guys. Get him a good attorney because he doesn't want to go public defender. He wants Mark Garagos, I guess. Somebody like that. We're going to go to Mobile, Alabama. We're going to go down there to Alabama, and we're going to find out now what these cops are doing down there to homeless. They are screwing with the homeless. You guys are going to love this one. We're talking about people with signs, or a couple of guys with signs. Thank you to AL.com out of Alabama. AL.com. Thank you for this story. Mobile's executive director of public safety defended on Tuesday the 2 city police officers who were photographed in an insensitive viral social media post in which they posed next to what one of them called a homeless quilt. James Barber, who oversees the police and fire departments and is a former police chief himself, said that officers Preston McGraw and Alexandre Oliver are good officers who showed bad judgment. He said, quote, this is quoting Barber, "It was taken out of humor, but again, it was in bad taste and certainly offensive to a lot of people in making light of homeless situations." He was referring to the picture of McGraw and Oliver standing next to confiscated cardboard signs from people who allegedly were asking for handouts. The signs were taped together and contained messages for help. McGraw and Oliver were photographed standing next to the quilt inside the mobile police department. The image was posted to social media with the text, "Want to wish everybody in the 4th Precinct a Merry Christmas, especially our captain. Hope you enjoy our homeless quilt. Sincerely, Panhandler Patrol." Barber said it shouldn't overshadow the incredible work that mobile police do every day. "I certainly hate the fact that it's reflected unfavorably on the police department because I do know the incredible work they do in keeping citizens safe." Before I go on, can I say something real quick here? Cops that would do that aren't necessarily good officers. If they're bold enough to put a picture like that on Facebook, think of how they treat the homeless out there in the streets. Think of how they treat low-income people in the streets. Think of how they deal with people that they come into contact with every day. They have no respect for the homeless, obviously. Not only do they take their signs away, they didn't turn them in as evidence or destroy them. They made a freaking quilt out of it and then rubbed it in their face on social media. Like, neener, 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 we got your signs. But they're good officers. Oh, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Yeah, they just made bad decisions, right? The bad judgments. It's just a one-time thing. It's the first time they've ever done anything like this. Yeah. Okay, Pinocchio. Defending the police. Barber's comments come one day after Mobile Police Chief Lawrence Batiste, long an advocate for homeless people, apologized for the actions of the two officers and for insensitive gesture, which has been shared all over social media. Charlotte Solis, spokeswoman with the Mobile Police Department, said an administrative investigation is underway. The results could lead to determining what kind of corrective action is needed, she said. Both officers remain on active duty while the investigation is underway. Barber said, "We will take corrective action." It's going to consist of bad baby, go stand in the corner. Yeah, that's it. Barber, defending the police department and the police in general, by citing what has been a difficult year for officer safety in Alabama. As of Monday, Alabama has experienced 6 law enforcement shooting deaths while in the line of duty during 2019, including the January 20th killing of mobile police officer Sean Tudor. Now, I do not condone nor support the killing of cops, just randomly killing cops. Nobody deserves to just be killed. Okay, and I really don't condone killing anyway, but I mean, if it's in defense of your life, if it's you or him, sorry, bud, but you're not going home tonight. But just to kill somebody because I'm just going to kill a cop because I hate cops, I don't condone that at all. Not for that. However, I do want to say that these cops that are out there treating people less than human, violating civil rights, going up to the homeless and saying, "Do you have ID?" "No, why do I need ID?" "Well, because you're sitting in front of this business. Give me your backpack." And they start rummaging through their stuff. Those are the cops that are pissing people off and causing other cops to get hurt or worse. It's those cops, the ones that are out there, "I'm a cop, I'm a law enforcement officer. I'm out here to check and make sure, see if anybody's got drugs." Well, under the 4th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, if they're not on parole or probation, you don't have any right to do that without their consent, without their permission. You're violating their civil rights. But a lot of homeless won't say anything because they're vulnerable. They have nowhere to go. They're afraid of getting arrested. So they don't tell the cop no. They go, "Okay, yeah, okay." And usually they don't have anything. And the cop tells them, "Okay, get out of here. Don't be sitting in front of this business." Why did you go through their shit? You didn't find anything. Because he was hoping to. It's like, zzz, zzz, zzz. That's what it is. You know what I was doing just now, right? You know what that action is, because that's what they're doing. But a lot of homeless people won't speak up because they're afraid of being arrested. They're afraid, "Oh, I'll get arrested if I tell this cop no, and I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anybody to help me. If I go to jail, how the hell am I going to get back here?" So they just say, "Yeah, you can. Yeah, go ahead. Sure." Because they don't know their rights, or they're afraid, they're vulnerable, they're homeless, poor. Nobody to stand up for them. So we go out there with our cameras and we record it to make sure that their rights are protected and respected. And even if you're on probation or parole, I get that, especially if you're on parole, you can just be searched at any time. I get that. I understand that. Doesn't always make it right. Sometimes the cops are just flat out being bullies. Overall, there have been 7 law enforcement officers in Alabama who were killed while working in the line of duty. Only 3 states with much larger populations, California, New York, and Texas, have had more during the past year. Barber said, quote, "We have a mobile police department that people should be proud of. Don't let one bad judgment call overshadow that. I guess the plane that lands won't be as spectacular as the one that crashes." This isn't one time, dude. Trust me, you. Believe me, you. They've done shit like this before. This is just the time they got caught because they put it on social media. Trust me. It's called human behavior. Asked if he thought the picture could lead to a social media policy change, Barber said, I think all of us, and certainly the police department and citizens as well, have to be mindful of how we post on social media. It can be misinterpreted and go viral and cause a great deal of concern. But it should never outweigh the really good nature of these two officers and that they do their job every day. Yeah, anybody in Mobile, Alabama can record these two jokers out there on the street. Let's get some footage from the street. Now, what they post in t-shirt and jeans sitting in their living room or their kitchen, personally, I don't care. But these guys were in full uniform in their police department, addressing their police department. He said the department's officers undergo sensitivity, implied bias, and cultural diversity training. It ain't working. It ain't working. Barber served as Mobile's police chief from 2013 to 2017 when he was appointed to his current position, in which he's the executive director of public safety. Means he's over the police chief, he's over the fire chief. Yeah, he oversees them. He's still the police chief. You know he is. He tells Batista what to do. Come on. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll put a link to this story in the description box so that you can go read it. I just gave it to you, but you can go back and read it again. See if you get something else out of it. Let me know. Thank you guys. Community Leo Watch. Happy New Year. This ends the new year for the day. We'll have another editorial for you tomorrow. And of course, Friday as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy 2020.